What's going on, people? GemCurio here. Today I'm going to explain to you why the great communicators are just some freaking trash. And the reason why I say that is everyone says, I keep trying to communicate. I keep trying to communicate. Anybody could communicate. A dog barking is communicating, okay? If you want to talk with somebody, you have to hold a conversation. What is a conversation? Your people obviously don't know that. How do you know? Because if you watch shows on TV, you have people talking over each other, getting louder and louder, and they never actually even hear what the other person is saying or even thinking. That's everyone's communicating. No one is conversating. You know, the debates in this country have became a joke because people don't know. Everyone knows how to communicate. No one knows how to conversate anymore. You have to be a conversationalist. What does that mean? One person communicates at a time. One person say what they think and what they feel. The other person is listening. You cannot be listening if you are talking. If you are talking over a person who is trying to communicate with you, you're not listening. This goes back and forth, and eventually someone's not going to be listening at all. Why? Because you're not listening. If you are talking over somebody, you're wrong. You don't think you're going to get a chance to express what you feel? You don't think that the other person cares? Or is it just you want to be right? Either way, eventually the other person's going to stop talking, and he's or she is not going to listen to you either. Why? Why would he? You're if you are a great communicator, or you think you're a great communicator, you always manage to express what you feel, but you're not listening to how another person feels. People talk all the time. That doesn't mean anybody's listening. In order to have relationships, in order to have friends, in order to actually build something, anything worth having, you got to understand, you got to be a conversationalist. You got to pull your thoughts and your feelings back. You got to be able to say, I will get my turn, but it's not while this person is talking. Is that so hard? For some. And maybe let's look at it realistically and psychologically, all right? There are people who have been abused. As a matter of fact, everybody has been abused. What do they say? 85% of families are dysfunctional. So everybody's been abused. Everyone's been ignored. So there are people who constantly feel they have to push what they are saying. There are people who constantly feel like they have to express their point. But you can't express your point if the other person's no longer willing to listen, can you? So get your mind right. Get your mind right. The person you're talking with is not necessarily the last person who is talking to you. If they're not verbally abusive, if they're not verbally dominating, just let them talk. Take your turn. Listen to what the person is saying. The majority of relationships end because of lack of communication. If you're going to sit there with your mouth shut and expect somebody to know what you're thinking, you're a dumbass. Fuck it. It is what it is. It is what it is. No one is a mind reader, and ain't nobody walking around here with no crystal balls trying to figure you the fuck out. For real. Like, isn't that obvious? You are your own person. We're all our own people. But at the same time, it's like you have to understand where another person is coming from. If they share with you about their lives, all right, you have to be able to listen first, and then you have to be able to speak. You have to be able to acknowledge what is being said to you first, and then talk, communicate. And you think it would be simple, but it's not. Not in this world, because Everybody feel like they've been suppressed. Everybody feel like no one's listening to them. Everyone's going after BDE. If you don't know what that is big dick energy. But everybody ain't got it. And everybody won't have it. You think people can tell abused people. People can tell people with low self-esteem. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. You act big. You're acting big because you so small. Let me tell you something. A lot of people don't know. It's the person that's being suppressed in a relationship that's usually the strongest. Why? Because they're trying to help that person heal. And they letting you get away with it because they can handle it. But at the same time, that don't mean they're going to stay. They're watching you. The way kings watch nobles or queens watch their people act a fool. They let them act a fool to a point, and then they cut off like nothing. And it ain't nothing. Because people offer people chances. You offer a person a chance. Everybody want to believe in somebody, you know? And everybody deserves at least a chance to be happy, to be more, to be worked with. But that don't mean anybody accepts anybody the way they are. Who the hell does that? So you 100%. You're 100%. You are that motherfucker. You're that bitch. No, you're not. No, you're not. If you ain't working on something in your life, you stupid as fuck. We all are on this together, and it don't matter if you 90 years old. You still got some shit you don't know, and there's still some shit you trying to figure out. So if we're on this journey together, and nobody knows shit more than the other motherfucker, maybe it's time to fucking listen to each other. Maybe it's time to hold conversations. Maybe it's time for us to stop wanting to be heard and listen first. You know, you cannot make anybody anything they're not. And you can't will somebody into more than they are. You can give them a chance. And that's all right. You live and learn. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But it's all part of the journey. And I'm going to tell y'all this too, because a lot of people don't know. It is always the stronger person making the sacrifice. If you ain't sacrificing nothing in the relationship you have, if you're always taken, the person gives to you because they love you. It ain't no care here. People either love you or they don't. They have a sympathetic heart towards you. That don't mean they stupid. That don't mean you getting away with shit. That don't make you shit. You're in need, whether you like it or not. And this person, whomever, gives to you. So why don't you put some respect on their name? How about that? And that goes in work too. I'm not saying this is a one-dimensional thing. This ain't just in relationships. There are business relationships. There are financial relationships. There are dynamics in everything. And you need to understand your communication is all you got. If you can't hold a conversation, you're just a dog barking to everybody. Oh, I don't want to hear their shit. That's it. That's all everybody thinking. I don't want to hear her mouth. I don't want to hear his mouth. That doesn't get you anywhere. That's no one's gonna go close to that. Why would they? What is there to gain? Shutting you up. That's what the person has to look forward to. Shutting your ass up. That's what it is. Don't be a communicator. Anyone can speak what's on their mind. That does not make the other person want to listen. And that's all I'm saying. Become a conversationalist. Become a person that listens first. A person that is willing to receive what another person is saying. And even maybe apologize for not understanding. Everyone has a different walk in life and everyone's coming from different angles. It's not that hard to understand each other. But if you keep your mouth shut until there's a problem, or if you are not willing to listen, you're killing your relationships, all of them. It doesn't matter if it's with your mom. It doesn't matter if it's with your girl. It doesn't matter if it's with your man. It doesn't matter who it's with. The best conversationalists are those that listen more than they talk. And if a person cares, their actions change. Simple as that. GemCurio signing off. Enjoy your day. It's trying to snow out here. I don't care. I'm BDE all day. And that's what it is. Y'all stay up, stay free, love and light.